We're using a mixture of coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil, animal fats, palm oil, and palm kernel oil for this soup paste uh, formula production. Okay, the other video I use coconut oil and shea butter, but today I'll be using a different oil. Okay, this is the oil in the pot, and I'll allow it to dissolve. Then I'll be dissolving my potassium hydroxide in water. Okay, you can add your glycerin into your water before adding the potassium hydroxide. You can also add the glycerin at the middle stage of the cooking, whichever way that works best for you. When you come, say there are different ways or roads to the river. Okay, but at the end, all of us will get at the river. Okay, so this is my oil, it has melted. I'm going to add in the dissolved potassium hydroxide to it. Okay, the type of olive oil I'm using is not the normal olive oil that we all know. I used the African black olive, which is called Atili in the northern part of my country, and it is mostly found there. We also found it in the eastern part of my country also. I mix the soup to achieve a trace, then I'll keep cooking. Now, the best way to make this soup paste is using a crock pot. Okay, that is the easiest and the best way to achieve the best result. But if you don't have a crock pot, what can you do? You have to use the alternative. Okay, so I covered the soup for it to gel. Covering it to enable it gel faster, okay, than when you leave it open. Now, this is the pH I'm checking at the beginning. Okay, and it gave me pH 14. Okay, so I'll keep on covered it again, and I'll allow you to cook. Okay, now since I am using a direct heat instead of a crock pot, this soup is going to boil. Okay, it's going to boil like when you're cooking, soup, or that kind of boiling. Okay, so I think that this pot is similar to not that it's smaller to the quantity I'm making, but it's smaller to contain the boiling. Okay, so I'll later transfer it into a bigger pot. Okay, I covered again to cook. I'll keep on covering, checking, covering, turning, covering, checking, covering, stirring until I achieve that pasty kind of texture. Covered again, it's almost boiling as well. So I have to change the pot. Even though my heat is on low, it is still boiling out. Okay, that's why I said the best pot for this is a crock pot. Okay, it's a crock pot. But if you cannot get a crock pot, just use your iron pot or your stainless pot. Okay, but don't use aluminum. Please never use aluminum for anything like maybe potassium hydroxide or caustic soda. Okay, so this is me. I'm now using a wooden stick to stir it because I noticed that it was splashing on my hand, and I'm not putting on a long clothing, or I'm not putting on a long clothes or hand gloves. So I use a turning stick and I stirred it vigorously. Okay, now at this age, if you are to add your glycerin, if you have not added it, this is when you add it. And if you are to add super fats, this is where to add it. Sometimes some people super fat this soup paste. Okay, it's optional. You can super fat, you cannot super fat. And this is me checking the pH again. Okay, and the soup is now jelly, but I still check the pH. Okay, it gave me 10, pH 10. Now I think this soup is okay. It is okay to be stored if you want to store it. Okay, for making other soups, you can store it at this age, but I kept on cooking mine because I want to bring the pH down to 8, because I want to activate it. Okay, I want to activate it immediately and give it out. Okay, so I kept on cooking. Can you see the jelly? Can you see the transparency? It is done. It is ready to be poured in your container. Now you can also activate it at this stage. Add your botanicals, add whatever you want to add at this stage. But if you want to use it to make a liquid soup, okay, you keep on cooking, or you add water at this stage and keep on cooking on a low heat. That is your crock pot. Okay, the reason why you should use a crock pot is crock pot extend the cooking time and also makes the saponification takes place faster. Okay, the pacification will take place faster when using a crock pot, though it's going to take long. It will extend the cooking time. Like this particular one took me 1 hour plus 1 hour 5 minutes. Okay, 1 hour 5 minutes. So if you are to use a crock pot, even at this stage, you keep on stirring. You keep on stirring, you cover, you stir, you cover, you stir for it to get more darker. Okay, if you want yours darker, you keep on cooking, but with a stainless pot on a direct heat, I don't think you can really achieve that except to add maybe honey or sugar to get it darker because it's going to burn. Okay, it's going to burn. All right, you can also increase the water quantity to help extend the cooking time for it to gel. But a stainless pot on a direct heat, I'm not trying to discourage you, but the best pot for this is a crock pot. Now I'm adding in my super fat. Okay, this is my super fat I'm adding. Like I said, I want to activate it and sell immediately. Now I've cooked it so for about 20 minutes again. Okay, you can see smoke is coming out, it's already burning. All right, so what I did, I had to check the pH again, but look at the texture. Wow, just look at the texture. It's soft, it's pasty. Okay, you can store for that use. Okay, I'm trying to cook more, but it was burning. Okay, so I had no choice than to bring it down. Then what I did is to check the pH. Okay, I checked the pH and it gave me exactly 8. I was so happy. I was like so happy. Another way you can know whether this soap is done is that when you drop it in a bowl of water, if it did not turn white, that means it's done. Can you see mine is done? But if it's not done, when you drop it into a bowl of water, it will start, to change the water to cloudy, and the soup itself will turn white. I don't know if you get it. It will turn white, like it starts turning white, and the color of the water will be cloudy. But you see mine, the water is very clear. It's not cloudy. So my soap is done and the pH is 8. And I was happy when I achieved it. Okay, so I'm trying to increase because I was thinking that the camera is not bright enough and I don't know what I pressed. This is actually a new camera and I'm still learning how to use it. At this stage, I was crying. What have I done? What did I press? And I cannot start resetting or go to setting and start checking what I pressed because I'm already recording. Okay, so this is me. This is the container I'm going to store this soap in. Can you see how pasty this is? So this is the final soap. Can you see how the texture is? One thing I love about this is the texture. For this soap paste, I'll be making another video for it. This is the second video. There's going to be another video. Can you see? God, what did I don't even know what I pressed again, and the brightness came back, but not as it used to be. Okay, maybe I will take the camera back to where I bought it for them to reconfigure or reset for me. Okay, so this is the soap and I'm going to activate it right now. Thank you for watching. Be safe wherever you are and bye for now.